Hey everybody, Cynical Buddha here. Figure I would show off something really cool that I've had for a long time. Um, um, Years ago, my father was in the military and stationed over in Berlin, and one of the things I like to go do was go to the flea markets. Um, and I had started picking up, although I didn't grab a lot of them, which now I kind of wish I had. Um, these German trading cards, which I knew absolutely nothing about, and believe it or not, even today, there's still just not a lot of information out there, especially about German issue stuff. Um, I've been kind of become enamored with like British tobacco and British candy and tea cards recently, just kind of as something new to do since American sports issues are getting kind of crazy. But um, I was digging around in a box and I found some of my old German trading cards. And so that led me back to looking them back up. And I had done a post on my blog about some of these like 7 years ago in 2013. And I'll put a link down in the description about that. But um, and I'll actually put a link to the website that I found some of the information about this set because there just really isn't a whole lot out there. And the other thing I found is there's just not a lot of demand for German. So this is a German chocolate company, but German trading cards in general. Honestly, like a lot of these are really cheap. As we'll go through this, I'll kind of talk about that. But to give a little description, these are Stollwerck chocolate or chocolate cards. The Stollwerck company was the first German company that added premiums or made available premiums to their product, and then in like 18, I'll put a link to the description or the history of the set, but Stollwerck they used to put like stuff on their wrappers, which made them kind of collectible. Although a lot of that stuff from the 1800s didn't survive, because the company's been around since the mid 1800s. I think maybe actually the early 1800s, 1836 or something like that. And Stollwerck is still a company owned by a larger conglomerate, but they still make chocolate over in Germany and have chocolate factories. Then they started putting out these albums that you could put these cards in, and I think I've found at least 15 of them. I don't own any of them personally right now, although I kind of want to start getting them because they have all the checklists for it, which would be nice to add to the trading card database. I did add this set to the trading card database, so if you're interested in it, I'll put a link to it as well. So this was the, let's see if I remember the right name, Auspice du Berliner de Siegesalle, or the Victory Avenue in Berlin, I think, or and basically what it kind of means is the statues of victory along the Victory Avenue, the Sprichsalee or Spielsalee, something like that. And of course, and then these cards date from actually 1899, so they're like 121 years old, which I didn't know. I guess I did when I looked at my old blog post. I did figure that out, but it's just kind of neat because I had no idea when I was buying these because I picked these up for I don't know $1 or two. I mean, it was marks back in the day when I was in Berlin at the flea market, but I know these are really cheap. But anyways, so these feature Stolwerk put out 6 card sets, which was kind of the thing at the time. There's some other companies like Liebig's and Gottman's and some of the other chocolate factor or stuff, and then Stolwerk's like production or their sales doubled when they started adding premiums and albums to collect everything in. So lots of other chocolate companies followed suit, and that led to a lot of the cigarette companies and even butter companies and coffee shops and apothecaries and all this other stuff starting to kind of put these premiums out there. So there's just not lots of information about it. Like I have some old German soccer cards here from about mid 1920s. These are a couple different sets actually. But I'll probably put a separate video about those when I do a little more research. Anyways, I actually have 5 of the 6 cards in this set. This is basically they came out in groups, And so when you look on the back, you can see that this was Group 100, card number 3. And Stollwerck sometimes numbered them like with the Arabic numbers and other times with Roman numerals. You can also see at the bottom, it tells you which album this set goes in. It goes into album number 3, which is kind of neat. And so like each album had 1 or 2 years worth of sets, and I'm not sure exactly if you had to buy, if the cards came individually, if you could buy the set in store, if they came in packaging. It's not really super clear either on a lot of the stuff I've read online. But you know, the company survived 2 world wars, and this was pre-World War One. The statues used to be right out in front of the old Reichstag in Berlin before they were moved. But so this is Otto II. This is card number 3. And if you can read German, you can read all about him. My German is super rusty. But really kind of neat cards. They're larger than cigarette card, or like, you know, standard cigarette kind of cards. These are 3.5 by 1 1.25, something like that. Let's see. Let's put a ruler up to it here. You can see the size here. So you got 1 3/4 by about 3.5 inches, or maybe 3 3/4 there. So, and that's pretty standard for a lot of these cards. Actually, the Gartmans were considered Stollwerck size, and then there's also what they call Liebigs, which are bigger than normal trading cards. They're almost like 3x4s, but I don't have any Liebigs in hand either right now. Here we go, Albrecht II, card number 4. See, these are kind of yellowed. I mean, these are really, really shiny too, which kind of, I'll take one out and I'll kind of show you just the gloss on the premium. I mean, they're really nice. They definitely show their age. As far as I know, there aren't many, if any, reprints of these. The fact there's just not much of a demand for them. I actually realized I was missing number 6, so I kind of started doing an internet search. Here's out of the 4th, card number 5. And I could pick up card number 6 for a couple dollars. I mean, it's not, and probably better shape than the ones I own. So here's Albrecht de Boer, card number 1. And you can see the, you know, Stollwercks, Adler, and Cacao. And finally, out of the 1st here. So something neat I thought I'd kind of share that I have in my collection. I've had them in a box and was kind of cleaning and consolidating and found these and a bunch of my other old German premiums that I found. I actually found some Pfund's Dairy stuff and some Geeling soccer cards, and I've got some old coffee house cards, and yeah, just kind of like really cool weird stuff. But anyways, figured I haven't seen much about these. I looked through YouTube and I couldn't find any videos at all about this kind of stuff. I am looking at picking up a couple albums, so if I get those, I will definitely share them with you guys, because I think it's just kind of neat, just a neat historical I mean, the fact that these cards are 120 years old and you can get them for a couple bucks each just goes to show how many were made and just how little demand there are for them. I mean, they are in German, so you can't, you know, if you're not a German speaker, it's kind of hard. But anyways, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.